Tonight, as the Omicron variant tears through the U.S., news from overseas offers a glimmer of hope. In South Africa, where Omicron was first identified, the startling spike in cases was followed by an equally sudden decline. Last month, hospitals were packed. But now the mood in Cape Town's Christian Barnard Memorial Hospital appears almost placid.
This is another day in the ICU of ours, which normally operates at 100% occupancy, now at about 50% of occupancy for COVID-positive patients.
Dr. Shikhar Mothilla advises calm for other countries now dealing with Omicron.
Had we seen high infection rates translate to high disease rates, that would have been a reason for concern. However, we have not seen a greater severity of disease with the current variant of Omicron.
In fact, the death rate in South Africa has barely risen. Dr. Angelique Coetzee is credited with first identifying the new Omicron variant.
What can the United States expect to see based on South Africa's experience?
Definitely high cases, a high number of cases, but you look at your death rate and you look at your ICU cases. So it doesn't matter how high your positivity rate is, as long as your hospitals are not overwhelmed.
The head of the CDC suggested Friday the U.S. may mimic part of South Africa's experience.
I do think in places that we are seeing this really steep incline, that we may well see also a precipitous decline, but we're also a much bigger country than South Africa.
Doctors caution that South Africa's experience is unique. It's summer there and the population is younger, but here in London, South Africa's experience is having a sequel.
Here, cases spiked from Omicron, but in the past few days have started to drop. Hospitals have been overwhelmed, but that's more because of too few staff rather than too many COVID patients. Doctors and nurses have had to call in sick after testing positive. In fact, hospitalizations in London have increased only gradually compared to last year, even as COVID cases spiked. And two key statistics that speak to the severity of the disease: the number of patients on ventilators and deaths have barely risen. There's no guarantee the U.S. follows the same path, especially since a greater percentage of the population is vaccinated in the UK. But global stats show that when it comes to Omicron, there's cause for optimism. Matt Bradley, NBC News, London.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.